Hey there everybody, welcome back to Real People, Real Talk. I'm your host Justin, I'm back with another video and I'm here with a film review. I can't go see movies in theaters because they're all shut down, so besides the ones that get released on demand like Vudu and stuff like that, I will have to hold off on them. But I can still review those movies, ones that maybe I saw in theaters or I was hoping to get to see, but I missed my chance, so I check them out on 4K and Blu-ray. Classics I enjoy, classics I don't care for, classics of first time watches, whatever. We can talk about anything we want. We're good, people. We got this. And today we're going to talk about a movie that I saw a couple months ago in theaters. And I picked it up 2 days ago in 4K. I rewatched it last night because I want to make sure that my opinion didn't change. If it did, what did change? And I just wanted to kind of refresh myself. So if you guys want to follow me to this movie review, I say I cut the chit-chat shit and I say we just get started here. Today, we're going to be talking about "1917" is a World War I film directed by Sam Mendes, and it stars George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman. George McKay is from Captain Fantastic, which is a film that I really enjoy. It's a good indie-style film. And Dean Charles is from Game of Thrones. So besides those roles, I haven't seen them in anything else. So I was curious how these two would do in such a big-time looking war film. And I would like to say that I was not disappointed one bit by those two. Now, before I get into the characters, this movie is about 2 young soldiers, Schofield and Blake, who are sent on a near impossible mission. And that mission is that they must deliver a message to another regime that is on the other side of enemy territory. So they must cross enemy territory to get them this message. And if they don't get them the message in time, then an attack will happen that could wind up causing hundreds of British soldiers to be killed. So it's up to them to save, hundreds of lives, one of which is Blake's older brother. And those two blew me away in this movie. Like, they had me captivated. They had me on their side from the opening line, pretty much. I mean, it's not very often anymore that you get a movie where you care about the characters the entire way through, or even at all. And this movie, thank God, was one of the movies where you do, because I cared about these characters from start to finish. Every time I thought they were in danger, I would just grow tense. I would be on the edge of my seat just wondering, like, what's about to happen? What is going on? And I cared about what happened to them and, the state of, fear that they were in for what they were having to do. And they captivated it really well. They captivated the emotion perfectly in this movie. And another thing about this movie is it was filmed to look like it was all shot in one take. And that was a great decision because I wouldn't say a lot of it, but in the beginning, the first 20 minutes or so takes place just in the trenches. So you're following them everywhere they go in the trenches is everywhere you see. They don't start here and then all of a sudden they're, talking to a captain on the other side. No, none of that. It's where they are. You see them just walking to their destination. And I really like that. I like that they did the whole one take look. It was a great decision on their part. And it really kept me more into the movie, to be honest with you, because it added more suspense to it. Because then you weren't sure if they were going to make it to their location safely or not. You had no idea. And that, to me, just added a huge element of surprise. And the cinematography in this movie is phenomenal. This movie looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful. This movie just blew my mind. I saw it too with my friends, and we were speechless after the movie. I mean, we didn't know what to say. We didn't process it all at the time. And rewatching it last night, my opinion has not changed. If anything, I grew to like it even more. And I'm not going to spoil anything because it just came out on, 4K and Blu-ray and all that. So if you haven't seen it, I want to give you the chance to see it. But there's a few scenes in this movie where I have never felt such an intensity in a film before. Or at least not in a recent film. Like, this movie This movie went away that a lot of war films kind of avoid. It's not your stereotypical war film, like, it's not just, people hanging out talking, then an attack happens, and they have to go out and fight. This is just about two guys' journeys. Not in battle, just walking across enemy territory out in the open for miles, knowing that there's a good chance that they could get killed. And I liked that it was a journey. That wasn't just a big battle. There wasn't really a battle in it, to be honest with you. If you're looking for an epic battles like in Saving Private Ryan or Apocalypse Now or Fury or stuff like that, you're not going to get that from this. This movie, very hard-hittingly focused on intensity and suspense. And it really paid off. And one of the things that really helped with that was the music. The film score in this was beautiful. As soon as I got in my car, I downloaded the album on Spotify, and I played that thing all the way through. It is a hauntingly beautiful score that just it sent goosebumps down my arms. Like, I was getting chills everywhere from the score, from the movie, all of it. This movie just, it kept me captivated from start to finish. And like I said, this isn't everybody's type of war film, but if you definitely give it a chance, it has a great build-up and it pays off perfectly at the end. This movie's got some twists and turns you don't see coming. It's got some characters you don't expect to meet, and it just, all around, it was a beautiful, mesmerizing film. And I'm happy we finally got a World War I film. I'm happy we got a good a good World War I film. I said word. I cannot talk right now. A good World War... See? I can't say it like that. A good World War I film. And I'm glad that I got to realize the potential that our lead characters have, because I'm going to be checking out more stuff that they're in, and I'm going to be looking out for them in the future because they impressed the hell out of me. This was a brutal film. It wasn't as gory as some of them, but it was still a harsh movie. It showed the realities of war, what it was like back then, the conditions they're stuck in, I mean, think about it. Having to walk miles, having to walk like for a day or two, having to wear this, carrying guns, a helmet, a backpack. You call it a backpack? I do. But having to carry like 50 extra pounds of gear and having just walk those trenches, walk those battlefields, knowing that any second someone could just come straight out and shoot them. But they had to do it, and for that we got an incredible movie. And if you have not seen this, put this at the top of your list to check out, because I promise it is a damn good movie. It is a hell of a time, and you will leave hopefully feeling as good as I felt when I left this movie. This definitely is now in my top 3 to 5 war films of all time. A few more watches, it could make my top 10 movies. I don't know. But this movie was something I hadn't experienced in a while, and I was so happy I had to experience it in theaters. And so, if you've seen this movie, I'd love to know what you thought about it. If you haven't, please check it out. If you do, let me know what you think. I always love to hear what you guys think about movies. And, I'm going to start doing more reviews, try and get like 2 or 3 out a week as of right now, because I can't go anywhere, so why not? But I'm working on them. I know this one was sloppy. I get it. But I was a little nervous first because I'm like, how do I review a movie? How do I talk about this? I was like, oh, this was great, but then I'm going to jump to this. And I promise that will get better. I promise. But thank you guys for watching. And until next time, this is Real People, Real Talk, and I'm signing off.